Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on last year's national champion, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll ride Davis here. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally attacked.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for room. It's Darnold. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can feel and hear the purple Washington. Third down coming. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there at the left flat, but it wasn't open. As a result, it's an incompletion.
On the move. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got to tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the ground, it's Darnold. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone.
Turning it on! He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Using his feet.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
No, that's crazy. I threw that shit like 5 times with 4 different niggas. All them niggas were.
And the Trojans will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give to Davis. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Washington wants to go quickly. Now the play fake. Steps away. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now on 2nd down for this offense. action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
To the ground to try to move the chain. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the point after is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buying some time. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude. Playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to pop the draw. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. The short hands. It's Wolf. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The quick out. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. This is a designed run. He's into the open down the middle. The 30. Inside the touchdown, USC. And that one will give him the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The run to the right. Steamrolls his way ahead. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll ride Davis here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Puts it out of the air. Brings it to the open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it. He shows you the arm talent on it.
He stopped just a chain or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to impose their will with the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line. Up the 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Damn. That's cool. That's cool.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. He'll throw it. By himself, he makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
Fires to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Quick release by the QB. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Darnold. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He'll take it himself. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to fire to the left. Touchdown, Trojans! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
I went back and watched the TV 3 times.
They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Dances away. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man down the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every...
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Give to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They extend this lead lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Floating away. On target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Finds his tight end. Right midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He fires to the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Looking to scramble. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
He's going to take off. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the 1st down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times.
And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. 30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and